Hello, my friends. Hello. We are live here today, this morning. And, right now, I am actually working for a seller, right? I did a little bit of an open house today. I'm doing all kinds of extra marketing for this particular seller. And one of the things that came up, even when I was talking with them, is hey, what's going on with my taxes? How will this work out? What are some of the strategies that I can use? How is capital gains going to work out? So I figured, you know what? Let me get on here. Let's get live, right? Let's talk about these strategies. Let's talk about some of the things that we can do in order to save you a significant amount of profit, right? Now, remember, I'm not an accountant, and I don't even play one on TV. So, whatever I'm telling you, you can't use that as gospel, my friends. But I can tell you that if you speak to a CPA, if you speak to an accountant, right, and get to learn, get to know how taxes for selling your property is calculated and some of the strategies I'm going to give you, right, this will help you to significantly save money on your tax liability. So, the first thing being is the IRS exclusions. Now, so what you need to know if you're single, all those single people out there, that's not me. That's not me, right? Jaja doesn't like that. Okay. You get a $250,000 capital gains exemption if you've occupied the home for at least 2 of the past 5 years prior to the sale. And you have to strategically time your sales sometimes to get this valuable exclusion. Now, for you married people, married people, right? You get $500,000. That's right. You heard me. We said $500,000. Okay. Um, of exclusion of capital gains from taxation, right? If once again you've occupied the home for at least 2 of the past 5 years prior to the sale. And so you have to make sure you time things correctly. So I thought that that was real important to let everybody know. Now, the next thing is, well, what are capital gains based on? Right? Well, the way that it works out is you're talking about your original purchase price plus the cost of any significant home improvements, right? So, what you need to do is you need to document all your upgrades, any remodeling projects, any expansions that you did, because that can raise your home's basis, right? And remember, when you raise your home's basis, how much money you spent on maybe taking care of the home, doing all kinds of upgrades to it, doing all kinds of improvements. And you can talk with the accountant to find out exactly which one you should go with, right? Or what you can include in your taxes, right? And when you raise your home's basis, well, what does it do? Effectively, it lowers your taxable gain. You see, that's what you want to do. You want to lower your taxable gain. All right. Now, I've had a couple people do this before in the past, and this one's kind of interesting. Let me take a quick sip of this coffee. We're going to also talk about you utilizing a 1031 exchange. All right. So, one of the things that you can do is you can convert your primary residence temporarily into a rental property, which may allow you to benefit from a 1031 exchange. So, this is a savvy strategy, my friends. You can't just go out and do this willy nilly, right? This involves reinvesting proceeds into another investment property, and then you get to defer capital gains taxes for a bit, right? And so, once again, If you want to do this, if you're interested in doing this, all you need to do is let me know. And I have people in place that know about capital gains. I have people in place that know about 1031 exchanges. Yes, you heard it. Rob Rosa has a guy. All right. Sorry to admit it. Hey, I got a guy. Okay. So if you want to save some money or if you want to defer some taxes for the long run, I got a guy. So remember to seek that professional guidance with a tax professional or a CPA before, right, you go too far down the road. And I can help you out with that every step of the way so that you can maximize the financial benefits of your home sale. All right. So I have a report that pretty much outlines this. If you want it, just give me a text or give me a call, 860-558-2122. That's right. You heard me, 860-558-2122. Just let me know and I'll help you out with that every step of the way. And I am sitting right now at 159 Depot Street in Broadbrook, or AKA East Windsor. If you're interested in an absolutely gorgeous home, you need to look this up or you need to call me. And then lastly, don't forget to go to that website right there, smartreadvice.com. That's my YouTube channel, right? Smartreadvice.com, like real estate. Smart R, like real estate, advice, advice.com. And that's going to keep you informed every step of the way as you have more questions, my friends. So I thought that that was going to be some really important advice to share with you about being able to save money every step of the way when you are selling a property. Now, let's talk about some of the things when you are investing in real estate. I am finding people constantly that want to invest, and that's great, right? Some of them want to pay in cash, some of them have hard money lending. But the issue that I find is they don't really have a strategy. They don't understand what their return on investment is going to be. I even had one particular buyer that I showed him, hey, listen, you forgot to add in the cold water charge, right? That you're going to be paying for 4 units. Now that cold water expense, right, that he would be paying monthly, that could easily turn out to be $300-400 a month, which equates to like $4 or $5 grand a year. And you know what? He was like, oh man, Rob, thank you so much. I didn't realize that. I didn't even think about it. Right. And so I thought that that was really important to share. So if you're thinking about doing some investing, well, guess what? I have a whole analysis spreadsheet that I can help you out with every step of the way. And we can kind of talk about that stuff. Now, the other thing too, and I did this last week with someone, they texted me, hey, Rob, houses, what's going on in the market? Houses are staying on the market a lot longer now. And I said, well, what town are you talking about? And he actually told me Windsor. And I ran the reports and I showed him what's going on what happened between this past September and last September. It was very, very close. What's happened between August versus September, right? And so there was a lot of, it really woke his eyes up between the perception of what he thinks he's seeing, what he's hearing on the news, and what is real life data. I go by data, my friends. Believe me, I'm not one of those crazy analytical people, but maybe I am a little bit, because I go by the data, and I love, maybe because it makes me feel smarter, but I love sharing data with people who want to know. So if you want to know the data for whether you're in Tolland or you're in Danbury or you're in Monroe or you're in Fairfield or you're in New London, any town here in Connecticut, I would love to share the data with you and go over it every step of the way. All right. So it's been about 10 minutes or so. I'm here. I'm available. All you need to do is call me or text me at any time, and I'll help you out every step of the way. Rob Rosa, 860-558-2122. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. I am working on helping frustrated sellers these days to help them figure out how to sell their home quick, simple, easy, without even having to put it necessarily all over the place, right? Without having to have 100 showings and without having to make repairs and that sort of thing. So if you're frustrated, if you're nervous about things and you just need to sell quick, all you need to do is give me a call and I'm going to be able to get you more money than some of these other kind of like wheeler dealer investors you see out there. And the reason why I say that is because I am helping people from a transparent, caring heart, and I can show you the real data of what's going on. All right, my friends, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing weekend. This is Rob Rosa, hopefully your favorite real estate broker. Signing out, my friends. God bless you. We'll talk to you later.